Guys, you're welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about a very important topic for all married couples out there. And here are things that I feel like will test your marriage and how to overcome these challenges, because we all know marriage is a very beautiful journey, but it's not without its hurdles. And so that is why I feel like, oh my god, there are so many things that will test your marriage, and the way you react to it, the way you handle it, depends on whether you will come out of it smiling or not. So let's explore these common challenges together and share practical tips on how we can overcome them. So if this is like something that is going to interest you, let's get started. Number one, communication issues. When you guys are not always on the same page, this is one of the things that I feel will test your marriage. It even gets worse when you start having children. Misunderstandings, assumptions, and lack of open dialogue can create significant rift in any relationship. And to overcome this, ensure that you make it priority to have regular and honest conversations with your partner. Set aside time each week to discuss your thoughts, feelings, and any issues that arises. You can have books that that you read to inspire your marriage, spice it up. Remember, effective communication is about listening as much as it is about speaking. Speaking. Let them know how you feel. It's very, very important when you actually have that test. Number two, financial stress. This is another thing that we don't often talk about. Money matters is a major source of stress in any marriage. Whether it's debt, differing spending habits, or financial uncertainty, these issues can strain your relationship with your partner. The key here is transparency and planning. Let your income be an open book. Create a budget together, set financial goals, whatever works for you financially, in terms of maybe joint accounts. Be open about your spending. Don't buy things that you know that your partner will not be happy with. Consider consulting a financial advisor if needed, if you get stuck that you feel like you guys are not working out well. Working as a team will help you navigate these challenges more effectively. My husband is a saver, and we're constantly arguing about you don't need this, you don't need to get this. And I'm trying to come on board, because now we have a third mouth to feed. So it's not going to be just easy for me to spend anyhow. I have to consider my family. I would not want to do anything that would disrespect my husband. So if I'm asking him, oh, do you want, can I get this? And he's saying no, you can't get it. I have to also consider the fact that he loves me. That is why he's telling me not to get it. And is actually from a place of love. But three, children and parenting styles. I never knew that like having a child would be so much would affect my marriage so much. Parenting can be incredibly rewarding, but it also brings its own set of challenges. Differences in parenting styles, discipline, and time management can test your marriage. I know they say when you're having a marriage counselor, they say you talk about how you intend to train your children and all that. Yeah, communication and compromise are crucial. Discuss your parenting philosophies. They say you discuss it before you get married, but trust me, it's always different when you start having the children. Be open to each other's perspectives and find a middle ground. Remember, you are a team, and it's essential to support each other in front of the kids. And me and my husband, we've never argued as much as we argue now when we have our baby. I'm constantly saying, oh, let's do it like this. He's constantly saying, oh, I think this is the best way. I never really knew that how much having a child is going to take a toll on your marriage, because they say, oh, you talk about it during counseling, but the truth is you don't even know what to talk about, because you don't know the kind of child you're going to have. So you don't really know, and it's not even about you now saying the kind of child you're going to have. Don't even know what you expect when you have a child. I've never had a child before. I've been around people that have children, but I don't really know how they navigate training those kids. So I've never been through that journey of having to raise a child. So I really don't know what kind of questions I'm supposed to talk with my partner about. Now talked about how we're going to be betting the child. If I knew my husband had a different opinion about betting the child, he would tell me, bet the child just 3 times a week. Don't bet the child every day. I would say, oh, the child is smelling. I have to bet the child every day. And we'll start arguing about it. Or the way you're carrying the baby said, it's not the right way. The way you're holding him, it's not this. The way you have to do better. And I'm like, okay, you come and do it now. If it's that easy. Never argued this much in real life. We had a child. And I ask for the grace of God sometimes, because sometimes I'll just go quiet and I just ask for patience to be able to like deal with it. Constantly winging it. You are constantly like, if my husband would just be like, if I'm bathing the child, my husband is in the bathroom and he's like, I can't imagine how you're bathing this child. Like, we don't agree when it comes to some certain things with the child. And each time I'm always like asking him, what do you think about? We doing this? Should we buy this? Should we do this for the baby? And all that. But I'm just saying that you never know how much all these small things would affect your relationship. And the way you handle it determines whether you stay long in that marriage or not. I know we're just starting now. We're just still trying to figure things out. But it's just like, I'm just surprised how much we argue about these little things and we don't even argue. Normally for intimacy and connection, when you have children, that is when you understand what intimacy is. As the year goes by, maintaining intimacy and connection can become very, very challenging. There's the work life that you have to think about. The kids are there that you have to give them your attention. Daily stress can take a toll on your romantic life. You start having to schedule date nights, time for each other. You have to start scheduling when you guys would have sex, be affectionate, and find ways to reconnect with each other. Sometimes small gestures like a simple "I love you" or holding hands, hug when you can make a big difference in reconnecting and balancing, keeping the fire burning. After I recovered from having a baby, like the first few weeks, 6 weeks max, my husband didn't touch me because I was still ailing, definitely. And after 6 weeks, it turned into 1 month, it turned into 2 months, it turned into 3 months. My husband wants to touch me. I don't even have that feeling. I don't even want to be touched, And this is me before I got married. Like, we're going to be doing it under the kitchen, under the stairs, in the bathroom, in this and that. Once I give birth to my baby, after 6 weeks, I'll snatch back. Oh yeah, nalayo. Nalayo. Now we have to start thinking. We have to start fixing dates of maybe we'll do it this week. Let's figure out maybe twice in a week. I never really imagined how these things would affect intimacy and connection between both of us. And to be honest, we are winging it, but trust me. And sometimes I feel this guilt of, am I making him happy? I want to really be intimate with him. And sometimes I wouldn't lie, I do what they call obligated sex. I never know how much these little things would affect you. And this is just like we just have a baby. Imagine when the baby grows to toddler stage and my time is being taken away. I know the Holy Spirit will help us. At least we already identified that these things are coming up and there's a possibility of it affecting our relationship, and for us to be able to be observant and not allow it to affect us totally, be able to observe these things, work on it, and be able to do better so it doesn't tear us apart totally. My husband will go on vacation, but now my husband is like, oh, I don't want to take the baby on vacation. We'll leave the baby with grandma. The baby doesn't want to stay with grandma, so we have to take the baby along. We want to go out, the baby has to come. I know it's not for long. The kids are going to go away one day when they grow up, but it's the way we handle it now. If both of us, we are not constantly communicating about these things, and that brings me to addressing the point of communication. If you're not constantly communicating about these things, it will just keep on drifting apart, and before you know it, we'll become, what do they call it, co-tenants or co-parents in our whole marriage without realizing it. So the more we are able to realize all these little minor things that are coming up, and we are being able to nip it in the bud before it becomes something big, it's going to better help our relationship and our marriage at the long run. 5. Balancing work and family life. This is another common struggle. Long hours at work can leave little time for your spouse and children, creating a feeling of neglect. Prioritize your time and set boundaries. Dedicate quality time to your family and partner. Sometimes it might mean saying no to extra work or finding more flexible job. I know that one of the things that me and my husband, even before we got married, we've always had issues with is my job. I have to travel all the time. I enjoy traveling because I don't want to be in a job where I don't feel fulfilled. I'd rather not be in that job, and if has a problem with that, that's entirely a story for another day. Number 6, extended family interference. family expectations. How much are we going to be giving our parents? Is it going to be from joint accounts? Is it going to, like, how are we going to be dealing? Are you going to be dealing with your parents yourself? Like, dealing with extended family can also be a source of tension, because differences in opinions, values, and expectations from in-laws can create conflict. Set clear boundaries with your extended family and communicate these boundaries respectfully. Always present a united front with your spouse and support each other's decisions regarding family matters. Like, I feel like family differences, thinking of, oh, I want to do something for my family, and my husband is like, why do you have to do it? Because he has a different family background entirely. And we are always trying to like find a common ground at long run. Like, it's not easy. These are things that you have to constantly deal with. 7. Personal growth and changes. I feel like this is one of the things that we don't really talk about, and people change over time. Change can test your marriage because they meet different people daily, they evolve, and sometimes couples grow in different directions. You embrace each other's growth and changes, encourage each other's personal development, and find new shared interests. Always remember, it's about growing together, not apart. And I feel like when these issues actually arises, like, is the way you deal with it that matters. Every marriage faces challenges, but with love, patience, and commitment, you can always, 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 I will say this, you can always overcome them. The way you react depends on whether you would come out smiling. I've said it before. Remember, it's not about avoiding conflicts but learning to handle them together. Anyway, I hope you find this very, very interesting topic, and I hope that the Holy Spirit helps you to be able to like nip all these small, small things in the bud before it becomes a bigger issue. The Holy Spirit opens your eyes to see these little, little things and be able to like start working on your relationship, on your marriage, with your partner, with your spouse, in terms of you taking cognizance of all these little little tests. It's not going to test your marriage forever, but when the temptation comes, when the trial comes, when the challenges comes, the way both of you come together to like discuss, to talk about it, to handle the issues together, will go a long way into better shaping your marriage, better shaping your relationship. The more we work on our salvation, is the more you work on your marriage. You want it to work, you want it to last, you want it to stand the test of time. You want it to be an enviable marriage that your children will be like, oh, I want a relationship, I want a marriage like my mom and dad. I want that kind of friendship they have. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of hard work, it takes a lot of wisdom, patience, tolerance. People are going to change along the line. Your partner are going to like pick up new attitude, new things from people, from their workplace. They are going to evolve over time. They are going to become matured. They are going to like pick one or two things. Changes and growth like is the only constant thing in life. And when it happens, how are we able to like marry it together? Is it for the good? Is it for the better? Is it to like enhance our relationship? And may the Holy Spirit just help you that as you work on your marriage, as you work on your relationship with your partner, with your children, able to like come out of it strong and better. So this is all I want to share with you guys. I hope you find it insightful and helpful. And I still remain your girl, Adefemi Shivaski, and this is Adefemi Talks, where we talk about different life issues. I share my lifestyle, my immigration tips, and I just talk on different topics I feel like is going to like help or inspire somebody out there. So if this appeals to your mind, please do well to subscribe to the channel. You're welcome to the family if you're a new subscriber, and if you're a returning subscriber, kudos to you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until I see you in the next one, bye for now, guys.